Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. How are my wonderful Virgos doing today? How are you guys doing? I hope all is well. What's on our path? What direction are we headed? What's going on? What are we doing? But before we get started, Virgos, I want you to practice your breathing, okay? Inhale, exhale twice and release. Shake it off. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Shake it off. Today is a wonderful day. Today is a great day. Today is a day to rejoice. Woo! Thank you for a new day. Spirit, speak to us on behalf of our wonderful Virgos. Give them the clarity and understanding that they need to decipher any messages that we may receive. Help them to rise above circumstances and see beyond. Help them to get more in tune with their inner self for their inner power to be revealed. That's what our big focus is for everyone to start grabbing and holding on to their inner power. Spirits, talk to us. Yes. Hope everybody is doing okay. Gosh. All right. Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Woo! Virgos, they talking to you. You always gotta be right. And you know what's so funny? That was my mother's sign as well. Virgo, September 13th, my mom. And that is so true because she always felt she was right about everything when she was wrong. And she never said she was wrong about anything. She said, oh, well, and breathe it off. All right, Mom, you was wrong. So you claim. Not so I claim. That's what it is. Oh, well, I'll go with what you're saying. No, say it. You was wrong. She said, I don't want to argue with you. So you admit you was wrong. I didn't say that. The way you say it. Oh, man, I miss my mom. She was funny. Virgos are something else. Virgos have a need to be right and quick to tell you when you're wrong. My mother used to say, she was like those memes. She said, I told you so. She had to say it, and she wanted to see your face when she said it, because she figured if you'd have listened to me, you wouldn't be going through what you're going through. But if she's wrong about something, I can't be right all the time. I'm like, stop it. So be a peacekeeper. Don't always have to go to battle. Just like my mom said, if she was a Virgo, she said, not every battle is meant to be fought. So even if you're wrong, even if you're right, get to a point you're not going to beat a dead horse. Move on. Because Virgos, you like to dwell it into people. Look, it's like a badge of honor for you if you told somebody something they didn't follow through. Admit it. Admit it. You be so happy in a wicked way when you think about it. I think I'm trying to reflect and think back about my mom as a Virgo and how she acted. And it was like a badge of honor. You may not be right all the time, but when you are, forget it. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. No matter what experience you have, no matter what you go through, you got to be grounded. You accept the fact that this transpired, but it doesn't stop you on your journey. You still keep moving, you still keep flowing, still keep doing. Plus, you're right in what you're doing, right? I'm saying it's important. I'm joking it off, but it's like when you start to get to know who you are, and sometimes you hear people say, or you hear people say, I don't know why that person reacted that way. I never thought that. I never saw it in that person. Wow. Even with yourself, have you reacted a certain way at certain times and you had to catch yourself and say, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Not every battle is meant to be fought. Some are meant for you to just walk away from and not stress yourself out. When people know you and they know how to push your buttons even more than you know, when you know who you are and people try to push your buttons, you will just stare them down. you will just stare them down because you know who you are, and it will reflect accordingly. So don't stress yourself about things that are not that important. People who push your buttons so they could cause havoc in your life, make you doubt yourself or make assumptions. You don't need that. That's not going to work for you. Mirror guardian, take time to reflect. You see, through this process, like I said, it's about getting to know who you are. When you know who you are and you know people strategically plan to annoy you or to get you on a bad side or make comments to you that will automatically make you react. You see some of those videos that they have where they're showing the pranks on Facebook and YouTube, all of them. These pranks, people can bet on you because they know how you're going to react. And more than likely, Virgos, you say you want to change your reaction, and it's hard for you to do that. Because when you always think you're right about everything, and somebody comes trying to say that you're wrong about something, rather than pay attention, you react. You can't always react to something that's not in your favor. And with those pranks, let's say I could tell you what my mother would say in a certain situation. Now, if I came in the house, I don't care what age, I'd be 78. I could be 12. You know how your mother reacts for certain things. So let's say somebody say, okay, I bet you $5. I say, okay, if this happens, how would your mother react? And I could tell them there's one or two things she's going to do, blah, 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 because you're so predictable at times. It's hard for you to change. So it so happens that it's like, wow, let's see. So then when your mother reacts a certain way, you win the bet mostly because you can predict the behavior and the responses of a Virgo. So don't always let people know how predictable you are, where they could always say what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, in your response. Knowing yourself, you should know yourself better and stop your reaction before it happens. That's hard, right? Virgos, that's really hard. So they say mirror guardian is letting you reflect and see who you are in the mirror and how you react to certain things, because sometimes you don't realize how you act to certain things. My mother used to say to me, she says, well, you know me, when I get mad, I lose my temper and I don't care. At the time, I'm not thinking about other people or their feelings. I'm thinking about what upset and bothered me. And she would do that. So Virgos, don't become someone so predictable that you allow people to bring you down, tear you down, and hold you down. You a climber, and you believe in rising to the occasion. Dress well, speak well, look well. People expect the best from you. So when people are upset with you, they know the buttons to push. They know the things to say for you to react. But what if you didn't react the way they expected? What if you changed the dynamic and become someone that's so in tune with yourself that words will never hurt you? And you will not react the way people assume you will. That's being unpredictable. You got to switch it up at times. You'll get different results and you'll feel better as well. Because I'm not what you think I am. I'm not who you think I am. I will show you. And you do it. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Try it sometimes. Try not being something that people could predict and stifle or intimidate or diminish their value. Hold yourself accountable and be true and say, if somebody does this to me, I'm not going to act this way. They think they're going to get me, but I'm going to fool them. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to count to 10. I'm going to do whatever the heck I need to do. But you will not push my buttons and get away with it. People will be shocked. Let's say they notice they push this button all the time and you go to 100 automatically. What if they pushed that button and you stayed at 10? And they looked at you and they do that like Scooby-Doo. They'll do that. They'll do that because it's not expected. If you always react the same way, then people will always have that power over you. What if you reacted differently? Think about it. What if you reacted differently and shocked the heck out of them? Don't let people push your buttons because they think they know you better than you know yourself. Get more in tune with yourself and recognize your triggers. Mountains. Stand your ground. See? Stand your ground. Don't let people get to you. Don't let people intimidate you. Don't let people interfere with your inner power or peace. Breathe internally. If you're by yourself, inhale, exhale. But there are people that'll look to you. I realized even many, many years ago that people always expected a certain reaction from me. And I remember when I went home to visit my sister and my mom, I was my dad's favorite, of course. No surprise. Anyway, out of all 7 of us, we all knew different buttons to push in each other. You know your siblings. When you really know your siblings and you know how they're going to react, well, just as I know how they are, they know how I am. And my sister said to me, we were sitting down talking to my mom, and my sister said to me, "Oh, you were always Daddy's favorite, but Daddy's gone, and now you're not the angel in the family." And rather than thinking it through and watching both of them look at me for a reaction, I said, how important is it for me to be an angel? In whose eyes? The angel is in the eyes of the beholder. And therefore, the one who held me as an angel is no longer with us. So how can I still expect to be considered as an angel? I said, it doesn't matter about being an angel. I'm a loving and good person. I have children that I take care of. I have a life. I do well for myself. So those type things and that type of label doesn't resonate with me. Ooh, I was breathing inside because I really wanted to say something to my sister because she was annoying. She was trying to push my button, but she knew before I would have reacted, I don't need to be nobody's angel, blah, 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 blah. And they would laugh because they knew that's what I would do. I get pissed off and start spewing. I don't do that anymore. I'm more calm, cool, and collective. I know who I am. I'm diving within myself to be a better me. So I didn't give them the reaction that was expected. They both looked like they were in shock from a cartoon. If they stuck their finger in a socket, you'd see both their hair standing up. It took a lot of growth for me to be at that point in my life where I don't let people tick me off. That's what you say to yourself. That's what you do, especially when you know when they're trying to aggravate you. You got to stay cool, calm, and collective. The old me would have responded the way they expected. But when you pay attention and you look at the situation for what it is, you see things before getting angry, even if the blood is in your eyes. You look, and I saw something that they were waiting for, this reaction from me so they could laugh. And they woke me up and said, please don't give them that satisfaction. Please. Please. Because they like to tick you off. I don't know if my family is just that kind of family where they like to push people to the brink for them to explode. But that's what they used to do to me. And I used to satisfy their need to piss me off. Now I don't. I don't let people at work, at the job, anywhere, even if I'm upset, I stay calm. And when I find myself elevating a little, I take a deep breath. You know, like if you're trying to explain something to a customer service rep on the phone and they're making you repeat the same thing over and over, then they ask you for your name, you spell the name for them, then they ask you for your last 4 of your social, you give it to them. What was that? You give it to them. What was that? You about to scream in the phone, and you say, let me check the volume and see if it's too low, and you put up the volume to the highest point, and then it's like they were just testing you. Where there's good, there's evil, and we get tested a lot. So you got to stay in tune, Virgo, and not let the testing get to you. Don't let it get to you. Stay positive. And basically, what you are being told, it's important for you to stay within yourself, be yourself, listen to yourself, so you could respond as a better self. Ooh, I love that. You be your better self and respond accordingly. Never let them see you sweat. That's what Daddy said. Never let them see you sweat. You got to say it and play it in your head like a recording. Never let them see you sweat. Ooh, never let them see you sweat. Hey, hey, never let them see you sweat. That's how you do it. My kids especially, they say, Mom, you sing for everything. Even my kids will tell you something so funny. Whenever they do something to really, I'm telling you, really piss me off, and they're adults, right? Really piss me off, I start singing. Not even singing, humming. Or I say a prayer out loud or something. I go, just be making up tunes, making up songs, and singing. And they're like, oh gosh, Mommy is upset. And that's my breathing practice. She's breathing. And then everybody starts disappearing because they don't want to hear the lecture. And that's it. You have to find your inner self and how to keep it calm and hold on to your inner power and breathe. Because all you do is make it difficult for yourself. Give yourself headaches, stress yourself out, got to sit down and relax a bit. You just holding on this anger. Kids, spouses, everybody could do that to you. So you know what? Control your emotions, control your reactions, and continue to rise. Come on, Virgos. You are built stronger than you give yourself credit for. Hello? Hello, somebody? Hello. Virgos, you got this. Stay in peace. They pissing you off? Monitor yourself and practice your breathing. Practice your breathing. Your breathing is so important to your health. Take care. Talk soon. Garnetqueentarot said, be inspired to rise. Get in tune with who you are. And don't let anybody make you go a different place. Even the people that are intentionally trying to sabotage you. You win. As long as you stay calm, cool, and collective. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for checking in with me. It's always great to communicate with you guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm happy today. I hope all of you enjoying the day. Make your life beautiful. Live each moment with purpose and rise. Take care. Garnetqueentarot saying, be inspired to rise. Talk soon.